Okay guys, let's jump straight into the summon sessions. I have 73 tickets right now. And as we can see here, Nilo is a rate up, so we have a high chance of actually pulling her if we get a purple unit. And I'm 40 away from Liliam. So I can guarantee her, but let's see if I can get her with just a single multi. And if I can, with a little bit of luck, get like a double or even a triple, who knows, right? Okay, let's start off. First multi. Can I get her immediately? That would be huge. We could move on from here. Okay, we didn't get her. Let's see. Maybe we get Nilo though, so that would be at least something. Dorothy. Nobody wants Dorothy. We have rate up for Nilo. I'm already seeing a lot of purpies, which I don't like. We have a rate up for a new unit. Why am I getting other different SR units? Doesn't make sense. Let's just skip this. Okay, let's see. Second multi. Can we get her and save tickets? Now that would be the ideal way of actually tackling this. Okay, so second multi, still no Liliam. But can we get Nilo at least? Let's skip this. Actually, nice, we got her. We got Nilo. Why does it say Nilo Nell? I don't even know, like, what's the right name here? Andrew. What is the name for Valerian? I would like to know now, because why the two different names for her? So if I don't get her in the next one, the second will be guaranteed and I have to hard pity. Come on. RNG. So we get her guaranteed. Now the question is still, can we get another one, right? That could also be the case, guys, right? That's something we have to keep in mind. It could be a double SSR. Ooh, another one. Nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. This is good. This is good. I wonder if she's actually coming on the last, because the last one is just a hard pit. Yeah, we just completely hard pitied her. Okay, there we go. We got her on the very last pull, guys. On the very last. You know what? Since I have to... Let's see if I can get her with like back-to-back. That would be hilarious. Because I wouldn't even lose like LD tickets if that actually happens. Because like it's whatever. Yeah, no, we're not getting anything here, but we get more Nell copies, which is fine in my book, because I feel like she's P4 right now. Let's do another one, because if I get... Ooh! I mean, I wasted two multis, basically. I wasted two multis, but you know what? It is fine. It is fine. We got a P1, which is huge in my book. Maybe double SSR. That would be crazy. Oh, right in the middle. Oh, crazy. So we got her P1. Imagine getting another one. That would be actually hilarious. Okay, no, not another copy. But hey, we got P1 and we got 10 more tickets. You know what? Here I can use my 10 tickets, because either I get a P2 copy of her, so I'm 76 away. It's like whatever, right? Or I'm 10 tickets more into the next one. Let's see. This would be crazy, no? If we... Yeah, okay, I would have... That actually would have been crazy. But you know what? I'll take it. Those are my 10 summon tickets. And I think we got a summon event pretty soon, right? Where we get like more stuff from the permanent banner. So I'm saving my tickets for that as well. But yeah, guys, P1 Liliam. Yo, what is up, guys? I'm here hitting you up with a new Etheria restart video. Today we're talking about Liliam. I'm doing a full showcase on her, how she performs. Do you want to pull her? Do you don't want to pull her? I just give you my opinion and what I did with her, and you can decide for yourself if you want to get her or not. Also, since you already saw the intro with my summon session, I also want to tell you I got a couple more tickets and I got her to P2, so she gets an extra 8% crit rate. But yeah, those are the stats I currently have on her. I'm basically using my DPS momentum battle will Fury Edge set on her right now. I want to make sure that she has like 100% crit rate. I could get more crit damage by lowering her crit rate and stuff like that. And I just want to make a review about like how and where you can really use her. Like in a nutshell, I would say everywhere you use Ditting, you can use your Liliam now. For example, we have this specific dungeon here. Let's do this real quick. Oh, it's so good that we have this feature now. I'm telling you guys, it is absolutely fantastic and amazing that we have that feature. Now, for example, let me replace that Lily real quick with the Liliam. So all I need to do here is check my Liliam, go in here, and then swap for that specific set. And to make my life easier as well with this setup, might as well change this as a separate setup. Not as cool, this is not as safe. Now I can switch between these two. She is currently level 33, she's not level 50 because I don't have enough XP tickets. But as you can see here, we can look at the stats again. If you missed it, this is what she's running here with skill level S1 being level 4, level 1, so 415. That's how I skilled her up right now. I prioritize the S3 just to align it with Lily to have the free turn cooldown. That's about it. And now I'm trying to max out the S1 for the turn meter minus immunity and then call it a day. Like, I do want to max out the S2 as well, and that's what I will follow up. But this is like the first showcase I want to show you. She can be easily used in Termaton, but for Termaton with this kind of setup, really, you can use MaTeIRiA. And MaTeIRiA is theoretically, no one really uses him, but Ditting or Yali or Hoyan, stuff like that, really, right? But here with this, with her specifically, you can easily just throw her in, and she does a fantastic job. So she follows up, does her thing 2 times. Now with this build, you see 150k. Now we got a battle will proc, so 200k damage in that sense. Now if we had this skill 2 max level, that would be an additional 12% crit rate we would have on her, and we might be able to go with a triple crit damage build. But as you can see here, 55 seconds with for Termaton with the Liliam. Now I also looked at other one, Doki. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't try, and I don't think it's worth using her. I was thinking about how you want to actually use her in there. In my opinion, it just doesn't make sense because she always uses her as free, and you can see here, for example, what some people are trying here, but like it's super slow, and I don't think she's worth using for Doki at all. I know they showcased it in like the trailer with her S2 stunning and stuff like that, but you have to keep in mind, you have to get rid of the damage reduction first before you can actually deal damage to then get the CC to actually remove the damage reduction. And then it's the S2, and she prioritizes S3 over S2, so it's kind of weird to use her there, to be honest. It doesn't really make much sense. That's just my opinion. Then for Aurora, I feel like the only way you can use her, and I was also just testing right now, if Aurora is applying the debuff offer on her. I was assuming yes, and it is like that. She gets hit by the debuff, so she cannot resist that damage mitigation. But let's say, for example, we want to look at if someone did it with her. I feel like the only thing, or one of the only 2 options you can come up with is something similar to the team I showed you guys here with my where am I? Ooh, I already dropped like here, down here, with my 39-second team with the Yali and Beyonton and Ditting, right? So this is the team, and now instead of Ditting, you bring, for example, the Liliam. That could also work. It would be basically the same thing, and yeah, that's what you can do. And that could work, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you're using Beyonton, and Beyonton means you are not ordering, you're just manualing, okay? So if you're trying to get like a super fast time or something, you can try her out there. It works. Then when it comes to the Grim Pursuit, I feel like you can use her definitely for the Nikonana, because you can really use her very well for Nikonana, because she has the speed buff for herself, which helps a lot. Sharon, you can also use her. I checked also the runs. I didn't do it myself now, but I did check the filters. You can also check it, and basically the same lineup we're using with the Ditting, you can replace the Ditting with the Liliam. Works too. Looked at the footage, works as well. Hoyan, I actually did not try with her, and I also don't know why you want to do it, like if you're using a dot setup, just use your dot setup really. Outside of that, why would you want to use it? I think you can use her nonetheless there, because at the end of the day it's the same as the Didding, right? You just want to get damage, and here as you can see someone did it with the Liliam. Let's check it out for a second here, but I can already see the strat. Yeah, Obol, you do a stun, then you have to land the defense break, but if you don't land the defense break, you're kind of cooked. I don't like the rotation of this guy. If you want to use this specific lineup you're seeing right now, personally, I would recommend using a Yali first, because in case the Dyna misses her defense break, you at least have a follow-up chance with the Yali to land the defense break as well, and then your Liliam does her damage stuff, right? Now this is the way you would like to do it. But as you can see here, now with a lot of codex, 2 codex, and then with 2 DPS builds, you can do that without using that many dots basically. With Obol you have like the dot and control, so you can use her there as well. Last but not least, I did test her for Rengo, but I'm not gonna lie, she's not Ditting in my opinion is better. Ditting in my opinion is better than Liliam. As you can see, this is the standard setup, right? But with Liliam instead of Ditting, I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan at all. Like, you do need, it's still RNG at the end of the day, but we don't have to showcase this because you guys know all the setup, and she's doing her S3 into S3 into S2 S1, and basically so the same thing as per usual. See, she still gets attack break, by the way, in Rengo, but she does not get silence, so this is a big up. Now, where do you want to actually use her realistically speaking in terms of PvE content? Now, in terms of PvE content, we have a couple of options. You might want to use her for the Anysync. Anysync might be an option where you want to use her overall. The Amber track obviously would be a content you want to do, but where she, I think, shines is the Phantom Theater. There, I think she has a really good chance because she also has the healing with her S1, stuff like that. So this is a content where she does a lot. Then as well for the Union, the Anchor Wrecker, this is also a content where you can use her, and I think she performs quite well in that content specifically. In terms of what kind of shell you want to use her, I think there are many different options right now, guys. I'm also testing Golden Lion right now, this specific one, because I tested my Yali. It actually, with that buff, I think I need to make a separate video on the Golden Lion one, because that thing is actually, if you can ramp this up, it's very, very powerful now. But I think to kick things off to what I tried and what worked and what didn't work, I feel like Count is currently, from what I've seen, one of the better options for her to use in hindsight of PvP as well. Law could be an option if you want to run her on PvP. Lighthouse could also be a way to use on her if you want to, but I feel like then you're lacking attack stats, so you have to keep these specific things in mind. You could also theoretically use Revelation. I don't think it's worth using Ref on her specifically. So I feel like in terms of pure DPS, you have a choice between like Count and White Fang. I feel like these two are the most sensical for her if you want to use her for the PvP setup. For PvE, you can also try Golden Lion, which would work really well with her as well, but you have to combine her with something, for example for Lily for the follow-up attack S1, so she can actually attack, and Battle will also helps a lot to stack these line stacks as well. This is the stuff you can actually do. Now for the did I miss something really here? Yeah, this is actually for all the PvE content. She's just another DPS option overall when it comes to the PvE side of game. She's not such a game changer really, I think, in PvE, because everything she does, Ditting already does. But outside of that, I did a couple of attacks with her in the Etheria, and I just want to show you what I did, especially also with the attack failed. So I did a couple of tests with her, and I tried the different builds with her. Okay, now let's see, where is it? So I started off with this guy here, so we can actually just let's look at the replays and just tell you what I did based on what's happening here. So for this specific, if you look at the turn meter here specifically, you see she's like quite fast. Now here I built her on like a very speedy type of build. This is my PvP Rin build. So she's here at 300 speed, okay? And we are attacking S3 the Mio first because I wanted to see, okay, how she follows up. And she did like 30k damage, okay? Keep that in mind. That is with the, like with the build I showed you. Not entirely the build because I used a different gear set, but it was like plus 2000 attack and plus 130 crit damage with the revelation. On the revelation didn't even proc because she did die here, but this was now, this first one I just showed you was a test with her being like fast, okay? Now this was a test with her having like just having a speedy build. The second one I'm doing here is still with a speedy build just to see like, okay, what happens. What if you wanna make her like super fast, go as your first DPS, right? Because she actually likes having more HP on their targets. And as you can see here, she almost killed the Veronica. And as you can see here, no, you can't see it, but she also has that HP destruction. You see that red bar, right? So that red bar actually is a lot of HP destruction, which helps out quite a bit in PvP. And then I think I only did like 2 attacks with this specific build in mind, and then I swapped it and changed it over for this specific one now here. For this one, if we slow this down, now you can actually see she's super slow, right? Now you can see she's super slow because she's now on my pure DPS type of build, all damage, like no priority into speed. Just try to get as much damage as possible. And now we are targeting the Lily. Now this is quite interesting here. She has way more juice. She only did 35k damage and she has like plus 190 crit damage on this build. I can't show you because I have to swap around. Plus 190 crit damage and around plus 2300, close to plus 2400 attack on this specific one, as you can see here. And the damage wasn't really that much higher from the one where she was really fast, but I feel like this could be the case because the Lily from my opponent might have a lot of defense on it, right? Because she's not like defense ignoring or anything like that, and that could be the case that we dealt a lot less damage on that specific Lily because the defense value was higher than that. This one was another like super, so this is still on the pure DPS type build, and I was just, I don't know, was I checking the S2 or what was I checking? I was checking the S2 here, and as you can see, it hit for 12k, so 24k on the Messiah, and we fully stunned the enemy team, so they cannot even do anything. And that's very cool with her S2. I feel like when you can, it really depends. Like the cool thing about her, you can actually play like very different type of play styles with her. And what kind of gear set you want to use. Like you can start off with the S3 to nuke something more beefy or so, or you can, like if there's something squish in, you can start off with the S2, try to one-shot it so you can CC the other ones. Obviously if they have Bulwark, you cannot get through Bulwark here. Now what did I do in this one specifically? I think I just changed like different settings. It's still, I think this one is still my full DPS build. Let me see. Is that even worth showcasing this fight here? I think this might actually not be the case. I think, yeah, that was like whatever. But this is also like the pure DPS builds. So this was, and I think at some point I used a hybrid build as well. Let me see if this one was actually the case. No, so this was all pure DPS build, which I tested. And then I have one more that I tested, which was this is more of a balanced type build. I can show you in a second, where I had lots of speed but also a lot of damage output. Now this is what I want to show you because I was just seeing, okay, how much damage can we actually deal and do. Now the interesting part is, now let's look at the Liliam here. I'm tackling the Zanya. The Zanya has already a defense break on her, right? Now, as you can see, boom, we did 18,000 damage. But why did we only do 18,000 damage? Blood buff. So blood buff did do that. Now we follow up with a second S3 on her. 14k damage because we do lose out, I think, on the damage because she was maybe lower than 50% HP. So we did lose out on the final damage increase. But as you can see, the Zanya easily tanked through 2 S3 hits of a Liliam max skill S3. And S1 as well in terms of damage output with a count on her, and you couldn't kill her on defense break, by the way. just to showcase you that it's not just for tankers, it's not easy to just really kill these targets. So also, I think it's another showcase just to show that blood buff for sure needs a nerf. It's way too overtuned in my opinion. Still, I don't know how blood buff got away with murder in this patch, but hopefully in the next patch it gets a heavy nerf. But yeah, so this is the build I was using now. The last one you see where we just failed, because I was trying to see like, okay, what kind of things can we do? I kind of want to have her on like a decent speed. I want to have like good stats. With the count, I already have enough attack. The crit damage should be high and the crit rate. Now once I get more lattices, I can change a little bit up to make it even better than that. And then the last option, which I think could also be very important, and in terms of guild war could also be broken, is like here also you can do like a did I save the specific set? You know what, let me save this plan real quick. So oh no, I think I saved it already. No, I did save it. But there'll also be another option which I was thinking about, which is like a blood buff Liliam right now, which could also be very, very good. So you don't go really that much speed. You're going for like the blood buff just to tank stuff, and then you just beef up in terms of damage, and you go with a count on her. You can also law if you want. There's a lot of different things you can do, right? Also, you can use like a lighthouse on her with like blood buff bramble, for example, and just so she can proc like counts and stuff like that, and then does her S1 and just heals herself, so she basically never dies to anything. That could be like a unkillable option as well, which I want to try as well and see how it performs overall. But this is, for example, an option you can use, and I think this is probably the most likely build that's probably gonna be used in RTA, because you want to make her hard to kill. You can't CC her and everything, and I think she will be a menace, especially with her S2, because you can easily, because she doesn't need any accuracy, she can easily just CC something, because once, like, as soon as something is below 70%, it's just perma CC lock, and if you can kill something, you get a free AoE CC with her. And what I think is she's a huge counter pick to control teams in RTA. So control teams should be scared of her, because control teams will have a very hard time for her. And I think this build is particularly for example for guild war, or you wanna if you're in a bruiser matchup, there's also one you want to use, right? Now, if you encounter more like of pure cleave teams, then you kind of want to go, I think there are different options you can do, but I feel like a faster option does help for you, because you want to kind of go her like super fast first before your main DPS or something, and then just snipe something, because there's also lighthouse and stuff like that, and gigabyte, and you might want to delete one of these type of units first before your main nuker moves, and then they mess up whatever you're trying to do. Or yeah, that's basically it. I hope this helped you and gave you overall an opinion about Liliam in Etheria Restart. I will look at Nell next in the next video, guys. We will check her out as well. I have her here. She is already let me see, P5. I P5'd her, so she's done. Need to test her, but I think I will test her without any lattice investment, because I have like 1 or 2 lattice right now, and I looked at the stuff, and I don't think for testing purposes you don't need to have her at 555, so we can do that. Now, overall, what is my opinion on Liliam? Is she a must pull, or is she a type of skippable? Personally speaking, now this also depends, do you have the pulse or not, right, at the end of the day. Personally speaking, I think she is definitely a must pull, because there might be content you can't clear right now, or you just need a bigger roster because you're lacking DPS and stuff like that. So she would be an additional really good option for your account overall. Also, she's the only unit that provides HP destruction effect, like the destroy effect from Summoner's War, for example. So you can just make bruisers not that tanky anymore, and she will become quite, and then having a unit which is immune to control and turn meter minus. I think this helps you not only in PvP but also in PvE, because there's some annoying things going on, but like especially in PvP, I think this unit helps you out. And the cool thing about her, what I really like about her, is the fact that you can actually use so many different approaches with her, and over time we will figure out what is her best build. We cannot give her a definitive answer. Is it like pure DPS? Is it like a balance, like a speedy DPS? Do you want to make her like tanky, stuff like that? This is stuff we have to figure out, and also have to see how the meta develops. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I know this is a longer video, but I feel like I wanted to add more information about this character in general. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And guys, as always, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like in the comment down below. I really appreciate it, and see you with the next one. Deuces.